This is a U.S.-China Media Brief produced by the UCLA Asian American Studies Center. The U.S.-China Media Brief features interviews with experts and other prominent individuals involved in studying and documenting the dynamic and ever-evolving relationship between the United States of America and the People's Republic of China. I'm Russell Leong, Director of the U.S.-China Media Brief of the UCLA Asian American Studies Center. As a Chinese American, third or what? Are you third or fourth generation or fifth?
Well, I'm fifth generation on my mom's side. I'm third generation on my dad's side. So our family has deep roots in this country.
But do you think, as a Chinese American, you have a unique perspective, both as a Chinese and American, on in this work, or can you give me some background about your own, your own thinking in terms of your own background and your work at the Labor Center?
Well, as I explained, in my work in building the Asian Pacific American Labor Alliance, we have been looking at issues impacting Asian American workers. And because the vast majority are immigrants, in many ways, they are not only uniquely qualified to help to understand the differences and similarities between these two experiences, these two countries, their native lands and this country, but they're also a bridge. And I do think that among the Chinese American community, that although we have very deep roots in this country and many of us have been here for many, many generations, because that is the land of our ancestors, that we do have, in some ways, a better understanding of China, Chinese culture, tradition, history. In that way, I do think that it is helpful for Chinese Americans to play a role in strengthening this relationship.
Yeah, we're trying to do it at UCLA at the Asian American Studies Center through media, and of course with the U.S.-China Media Brief, and that's why we are working with you. Can you tell us a little bit about your conference on work and equality in the global economy? What's the purpose of the conference, and what do you see coming out of it?
Just next week, from October 6th through 9th, we will have a global conference bringing together labor scholars and labor leaders from the US, China, and Mexico. We think that these types of global exchanges are crucial to our deepening understanding of the changing economy, the changing workforce, and in particular issues of work and inequality, that with the dominant position of multinationals in all facets of our lives, we find that frequently it also leads to greater inequality. And so we think that this is a mutual concern that we share with leaders of China, with leaders of Mexico, and that the economic inequality that we are experiencing in all three countries leads to tremendous instability and tremendous suffering on the part of impoverished workers in all three countries. So when we are convening these conferences, it's an opportunity for us to look at policy initiatives, research, education, ways to address the challenges of globalization and how the tremendous economic growth and development that we are experiencing in various parts of our economies can be shared equitably, and that those who create the wealth will be able to benefit from the wealth that they create.
Well, Ket, I think you're doing a tremendous service for many countries, and as a sort of a international mediator and the person who's taken the initiative, and we wish you luck and hope to work with you on this.
Thanks very much, and we're very excited about this U.S.-China Media Brief. We think
Right.
that it's an important way of strengthening this process of communication and learning about what is going on in China and in the U.S.
The preceding copyrighted program is a property of the University of California, Los Angeles. All rights reserved. It may be used freely for educational and not-for-profit activities. For other uses or to make an inquiry, please contact the Asian American Studies Center at UCLA.